Absolute fucking trash baskets. Fucking garbage ass. That's fucked. That is absolutely fucked. Let's go ahead and put that for the time being. Alright, we got one computer. Wow, that was weird.
Turn.
Those fucking assholes! Those absolute fucking dicks!
So Red Dusk, if you're there, I saw
Give
your.
it a few moments. He's not here
Alright.
yet.
I will give him time.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to wait a little bit. I'm sorry.
So, so let me give an example of this. I did mention this before the stream went down. Aizen and subsequently any character who can sense spirit energy does not require their actual senses via their smell, their sense of touch, their hearing, or their sight to feel where you are. I think probably the only exception to this is maybe like Kenpachi during the actually no, not even Kenpachi is an exception to this because he also knows how to sense spirit energy. I was using the Tozen fight, but I forgot the Tozen's Bankai actually seals off the ability to sense spirit
Yes,
energy.
even Kenpachi, that is a living gorilla, he still knows how to sense.
Yeah. So Ichigo in the Fullbringer arc is trying to train with his Fullbring to get the ability to sense spirit energy, and his Fullbring is drawing out the surface of it, but he still doesn't have enough to sense actual spirit energy yet.
Oh, okay. Red Dusk is back now, so he can answer his question.
So I'll answer your question in a moment, Red Dust.
That's fun.
But basically the assertion that like Aizen would even need like his eyes, that he would be forced to use it, so Madara would have a good chance to put him under this. So aside from Red Dust, like your question, which is
Wanna go
relevant to
for
this.
some Runeterra duels in the meantime? We can chat.
Yeah. Zim play games with him.
What? What are you talking about?
If you wanted to go for some duels as we talk about with this, I can put Runeterra right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me get on there real quickly then.
If you want, if don't, I understand. Don't worry.
No,
I can do another talk.
It's fine if you want to lose, and if you don't want to lose, it's also fine.
Well, it's fine. Hang on. Let me just take care of some multi-draw quickly. Wait. I just can't believe they copyright strike me. Like, I'm just so annoyed they did that twice.
So, I was gonna say there's a moment in the Fullbringer arc where Ichigo, when he's learning to sense spirit energy, is training with Ginjao, and Ginjao slits open his eyeballs, and he is no longer able to see or use his sight at all. And he still can't sense spirit energy. It isn't until he's stabbed in the chest that eventually Ichigo, on like the verge of death, is actually able to sense his spirit energy. He's not actually using his eyes at that point at all. He also isn't using his hearing at the moment, because the only thing that he sees is the silhouette of Ginjao's spirit energy around his body. So, and he sees it through like his eyes directly, as if his eye, like his vision, is completely gone. So keep in mind, even if Madara put him under an illusion, even if we argued that not only would his illusions be more powerful, and the illusions he's fought with have been more powerful, he would be able to sense spirit energy in the air around him and would determine which of the Madaras he's fighting has an actual soul, and he'll just be like, "Oh, I'll just go straight for that one."
That's just it's just so weird.
So wouldn't Madara and Character Trap, wouldn't Aizen and Character Trap Madara in an illusion right off the bat? Unlike Madara and Character, who try to gauge how strong Aizen is. If you look at most of Madara's fights, especially against the five Kage, especially, he does use illusion like once, but most of the fight he literally just tries to determine how powerful they are. And especially if he finds them entertaining enough, he literally goes.
Yes.
So,
Because Aizen is not basically, he doesn't fight with brute force. He basically analyzes everything. He sets up the field, he looks the possibilities, and then he acts. He takes his time. He's a scientist after all.
oh yeah, he's a planner, a schemer, one might say. He always uses Kyoga Suigetsu almost immediately at most of his fights or things that involve his planning. So it is very in character for Aizen to put you under illusion almost immediately, whereas it's not necessarily in character
Yes,
for
and
Madara to do it
Madara
immediately.
and Madara basically will like test the waters and see where everything goes. He doesn't. He won't actually be. We don't be in a hurry. He will be like, okay, let's this, and let's see what happens. And if you damage him, he will be like, oh, okay, that happened.
Fullbringer arc was after the Aizen fight, right? Yes, but the Ichigo that was doing that was a much weaker Ichigo that had fraction that a really small fraction of the level of spirit energy that he was using later on. Even the Ichigo that got all of his spirit energy back from the Soul Society was still way weaker than the one that fought Aizen.
And even so, Madara gets even cocky sometimes in the Kage fights. Especially, he got cocky and sometimes even received some damage.
I'm just still annoyed at the fact that they fucking caught rid of me. That must explain then. That explains what the fuck's going on with Seth over there then, because apparently Seth's waiting for Seth's removing things for copyright purposes. But I'm wondering how much he's going to remove.
Probably a decent bit. I would also like to say that if he fired Hado number 54 Hyen, that is stated to erase its target from existence. That would kill Madara on contact. There's no fading ifs and or buts around it. So, yeah.
Okay, hang on a minute. Son of a gun.
An actual Bleach data book thing. I'm gonna put it in here somewhere.
Mangler, I saw people debating Ginjo versus Aizen. Doesn't Aizen clap?
No. That's not. I only bring up Ginjo as an example of his Soul Reapers being able to see without their eyeballs.
Madara fans are now saying Aizen solos are Naruto fans are saying Madara solos all Bleach. If he beats Aizen, he basically does. Like, if they unironically think he beats Aizen, then yeah, he solos all Bleach.
Well, hang on a minute. That depends. Which characters are you thinking of soloing? Because, I would say pretty much any one of the Quincy's in the Shootstoffel would kill him almost immediately. Lily would literally kill him immediately because Lily has the ability to perform long range instant durability negation.
Don't listen to Mangler.
So, yeah.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just in copium. Just pure copium. Don't listen to him.
What is coping? Really? Where are the Hottos? I'll find them in here somewhere.
So, Sim, I want you to be honest. Which one you were painting on?
Oh, I was still banking on Madara. Like I said before, I've said it before. This didn't even happen. I was a Madara guy. Then Universal Bleach happened because I was always under the impression the Sharingan could beat Kyoku Suigetsu, or at least the Rinnegan could for sure. So I was like, all right, so that the illusions don't work. Aizen's not really that good of a hand-to-hand fighter. If they're comparable, they win. But then Uni Bleach happened because of fucking Cyber. And then after that, it became a little more interesting of a discussion. Hang on. What do I give this? We'll give this to him. Dude, how does Madara beat Ichibe or are those Naruto fans power scalers? Dude, you can't expect random people on the internet to be power scalers. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
See, he'll go up to Yuha and be like, "Hey, have you really studied your history, or what?" And Yuha's like, "You're right. Damn it, I didn't realize who I was this entire time." And he'll just Itachi him back into depression. Then Yuha will just run away into his
Basically.
little shadows. Yeah, that's how Madara wins.
Sounds
He just philosophically convinces Yuha that all of his life's ambitions was a waste, and he needs to just go back and be with the Soul King.
How does it feel knowing a child did a better job at doing your job than you did? Oh my god, is he really gonna kill my?
Yeah.
That's. Oh. Yes. Oh, the save. Oh, the clutch.
I mean, again, I always thought that he would win in some way, but he was going to have to work a lot for it. it was not going to be like that easily.
Cyber literally said that base Aizen soul crushes base Madara in an instance.
It's fair.
Nah.
I mean,
Nah.
again, and from the evolving alone, remember that we said about them like skipping phases and evolving in just in a click. The Aizen. Well, if Mother saw him like slowly evolving, he will be like, "Oh shit, maybe this is gaining under control. I have to take this care now, or maybe this will be a problem." Because that's basically what he did in the war arc. He basically looked at Naruto and Sasuke and he was, okay, no, I have to take care of them in this equation or they're going to be a big problem later.
I don't think any of us here know what Tokyo Babe is. What would be considered base Madara, Ito Tensei? I'm not too sure actually on that one.
Based on what they were using in the fight, that would be.
Well, clearly the final animation wasn't 100% valid. Base Aizen and 1,000 Year Blood War Arc is planetary. Base Madara is continental to moon. Not according to Death Battle. According to Death Battle, fucking Madara had the better feet.
But they scaled relatively somehow.
Yeah, no, it's so weird. They're like, oh yeah, they're comparable. Dude, he's literally 0.01 and he's 1. Like, no, that's not how that works.
And again, Aizen was facing like an enemy he didn't have a clue what he was doing. So basically he will have to be like continuously being risky or continuously be careless in the fight. So he want to get like
Yeah, so Hado number 54, as stated in the Keto data book for the second Bleach, the official character book to Mast, states a flame attack which eradicates the very existence of its target. Nothing around that.
Fan translation, or is that the official?
A mistranslation of the official English text.
basically he
right?
will go.
Okay, Mangler. If it's not an official fan scanlation, how can I take it seriously?
Does anyone know the Blade of the Immortals manga?
No. Unfortunately, we do not. Oh, nice, elusive.
All right, so let me name off some spells here, which may or may not have changed some things. Rikujokoro, a restraint spell which immobilizes enemies with 6 spiritual bands. This thing immediately, like when you activate it, it spawns the little bands of light right around someone's body, like immediately, like as if they appear out of nothing. So he would easily be able to bind him from any distance. I mean, there's obviously Kurohitsugi, but he can use Kurohitsugi without an incantation, so he could just spam that shit if he wanted to over and over and over again.
Yeah, true.
Same thing with Heian. Heian is only a Hado in the 50s, and it has existence erasure.
Nonsense.
Let's see.
Shoot, I won't be able to say Garen off that. Dang it.
I'll also like to point out things like the Gochu Tenkan, and the things like Sajo Sabuku, the Shitosu Sansen, like all the projectile binding spells usually spawn in above the user or somewhere around their body that's way too close for them to react. Gochu Tekkon, which is number 75, literally spawns 5 pillars above your head and is used every time in the show that someone is trying to bind another person with like a long binding spell. It's used mainly when Ichigo is trying to like fight in his inner world and the characters around him are trying to restrain him so he doesn't cause damage to the outside world. So yeah, he could have just used that on Aizen, or Aizen could have just used that on Madara without using Kurohitsugi. And it would have been fine.
That's gonna be the most interesting Death Battle cast they've done. They're
Oh,
gonna have so much explanations to give.
here's a lovely one. Bakudo number 99. Keen. A restrainment spell which robs the movement of the target's arms.
Nope.
And then there's an advanced version of it.
Nope. Not in my house.
Yeah, look like they made it in a hurry. I don't know why, but maybe a lack of time or something. Also, so if you wanna do, give me a call.
Alright, hang on. I'm trying to clear out Path to Champions real quickly. Let me I thought the movie was good, by the way. I never saw the anime, so I wonder who saw the anime and think of live action. Yeah. Unfortunately. What?
I would like to point out, if anyone is in doubt about Zanpakuto's being able to damage the soul, you know what's funny? In that little picture they showed by Zanpakuto's having a sentient spirit, can you guess what's on the same page right below that?
What?
A description of the Hollows, which states, those who eat souls.
Suspicious.
So a sword that can cut and purify the soul of an mechanism that can eat souls can't damage souls? Interesting.
Seems legit to me.
I mean, granted, they didn't make that claim, but the basis behind which they gave Aizen the ability to cut people's souls was because his Zanpakuto was stated to be soul cutter.
Oh.
Which...
Oh yeah, make no mistake. They are going to be fucking having a field day trying to explain. I'm surprised comments are still up for that video. They're gonna have to explain why they didn't give Aizen all of his keto, and it's not gonna be a good explanation, regardless of how you feel.
Let me see if that's even in the original translation.
What, having all ketos?
No, the soul cutter.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me take a look at some of the comments. This battle has no winner, it's all just an illusion. Madara can tear through armies without breaking a sweat. I find it so funny that the clip they showed was him as a zombie and couldn't sweat.
No, he just says my Zanpakuto, Kyoga Suigetsu's ability is Kanzen Saiming. He doesn't say soul cutter at all.
If you watch,
I might argue that's a mistranslation.
If you watch could peer into and change every possible timeline at whim and couldn't break it, I fail to see how Madara could. 1220, Aizen was not vaporizing the mountains in the earth in that cutscene, but Ichigo was, as stated by Ichigo during their fight.
No. So I wasn't using Aizen as an example. I was saying every time that spell is used, it's used on characters like Ichigo or people that people are trying to bind down, and it's something Aizen would have had access to. These things also require a very small amount of energy and can be used in tandem with a bunch of other.
Yeah, it's super
spells.
easy. It's super easy for him to do that.
They also spawn again above you, directly in the air, from a small telegraph, unrelated to like what you're doing with your hands. So even though it has a telegraph, the telegraph is completely unrelated to what you're doing. It's not like you're charging an energy blast, so you have no way of knowing a giant pillar is going to come out of the sky and smash your skull.
Yeah, but let's give it credit to Madara. Remember that Sasuke actually dodged, or at least in the anime, the lava thing from the Mitsukage, and he was facing him back. So to give the credit of the doubt, he could like see the pillars going through his body or something. And
but the point I'm trying to make is that all the attacks do not have linked telegraphs. Like the telegraph has nothing to do with what's going on, and it's a projectile restrainment. And these can be stacked multiple times in succession.
And I'll give it extra credit there because even if that, remember in count like I said before, even in the Kage fight, Madara tends to actually be cocky sometimes and really takes hits sometimes in the fights. So he could have messed it up in some parts in the actual fight.
Oh.
He could absolutely get hit by one of those Kidos Aizen could use. So yeah.
Shit, this is gonna be a tough fight. Oh, fuck me.
Dude, literally, when he was fighting Tsunade basically took a chance and managed to punch him through a hole, and he was like, Raiden, like, why would you die? and basically, him and the Kages took very good chances, but again, the guy cheats dead. That's the thing.
Okay, hang on. Fuck. Oh, so much. My comment was I brought 2 bags of popcorn, one for the fight and one for the other videos that Naruto and Bleach Power School making commenting on the video. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like no, they're gonna be fucking going nuts over that shit.
Alright, guys, I checked out something. I think I might have to go now because I have to let this thing ready for today and I have to get it finished because I haven't done like some coloring and shit. And I'm gonna show you if you wanna see. Is an Aussie, a weird thing I was working about.
All right.
Like a cowboy thing it is. Let me see. What was the other?
All right, man. No problem.
Bernardo relies too much on being able to take a hit. Well, that's because like she doesn't really fight too many people that aren't just, like straight up brawlers or people that are slower than her.
Yes, true. What was the thing?
Again, really an in versus character rather than an outer versus one.
Oh, is that like personal stuff, Newen, or is that for somebody else?
Yes, it's for something for a project I had to do in a couple of hours. I have to get it ready, so I have to take the time now and I have to peace out basically. But guys, it was a ton of fun. I really have fun going in the street with you.
All right,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, fun time.
No.
Take care, my guys. I love you all. Okay.
All right, layers, man. Okay, he's not using
Later.
Layers, man.
See you next time.
Sounds good.
What's his name? Shojiro Sasuke.
Oh my goodness, that's what I didn't want them to do. Fuck. Oh, actually, that should work out fine for me because he can't. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's annoying as hell. All right. Let's get rid of him now. So now, oh, what are they doing? Deal 2 anything? Oh, wow, he's gonna try and burn me out. Fuck. Oh, hang on. Oh, this is gonna make or break my. This is gonna make or. Oh, what's he got? Son of a bitch. All right, that's not too bad. Hang on. How so? Anything Naruto is after the nerf? What do you mean after nerf?
You mean Bleach? I want Virgil versus Adachi since POC brought DMC to 1C. I don't think that Adachi talk gonna work. Might work on Nero or Dante, but I don't think that would work on Virgil. Virgil would be like, you can convince people quite well, but can you convince my theme song to stop playing?
Oh my goodness. Fuck. Okay, what? What? How did you draw that? Oh, if you played 2. Are you kidding me? Fuck. Well, I might still be able to win. I don't know. Fuck. All right, we're gonna see.
Adachi will be like, oh, you make a good point there. Maybe society is better off with you alive.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I've lost. So, a lot of people who play this game right now are complaining a lot about this boss because she's so fucking stupid. One of the kills used by Aizen can make black holes, right? I think so. Oh, that's so fucking infuriating.
So glad to make the base take of the chair being strength. As we know, not only has Zim also garnered power from his chair, Virgil himself has also garnered powers from his chairs. The power of chairs is mighty. But I think every king ever in the history of history has had a throne. They know the power of the chair.
Adachi didn't get power from the chair, that's why he lost. For reals.
He's like, why aren't my takes based enough? I didn't spend enough time on the chair. Damn it. He hasn't had a chair. This is true. And guess what? As soon as he got up from it, he fucking lost. I'm sensing a pattern here.
Nothing else involved. That was specifically it.
Exactly.
Oh.
And guess what? Nero probably wouldn't have been able to win in that exchange if Virgil hadn't got up from his chair. Fucking loser.
True. Chair started the fight between Thanos and Darkseid.
Probably.
All true statements. Yeah, I know, so that's weird. They're super copyright heavy this time around. So Zim, since you have PS4 now, would you play Persona 5? It really depends on like what happens. Because currently
I'm kind of,
well,
I'm just trying to think of like by their logic, Madara beats like any character in Bleach. I'm like, any of them? Like, even fucking what's it called? What's his name? Gerard Valkyrie? Like the guy that's his power is literally just like anything any damage I inflict, I use to restore my body and turn into pure power. I just become like pure reactive power level.
sounds about right.
What about like the fact that his sword, which he has the ability to like I believe it's the ability to it has a hex ability associated with it where it can just destroy any weapon it touches just by making contact with it. Actually the only way that they're able to destroy his I think it's his Hufflung is that Toshiro needs to freeze it with an ability that literally states that anything that touches his ice ceases to function in order to actually destroy it or even interact with it.
Can Shiro destroy the armies while sitting on a chair? Even the Vasto Lorde? Look, at the end of the day, this is just going to be one of those examples where everyone kind of knows that battle's wrong. It's just that, like, they're never going to, like, admit it.
Yeah, dude, Baragon lost after he got up from his chair. Yuha lost after he got up from his chair. I'm sensing a pattern here. How many chairs? We could just save so many people's careers if we just got them to stay on the fucking chair. Clearly.
No other factors involved, just those in particular.
No, the chair is the common denominator, so it must be the chair. No other context is needed. Aizen got up from the chair, was like, well, I don't need this anymore. Gets absorbed like 5 seconds later. Stupid idiot.
Maybe if you end up with a chair. I feel sorry for One Punch Man fans. They're gonna be sniffing that copium fucking hard. That's for fucking sure. There's if anything.
Hate the chair. Don't talk crazy, Samaj. Can't go that far. No one's ever gone that far.
There's a limit to how far one person can go. I hate this so much. I just want to clear this. You mean Saitama wankers? I mean, you can call them whatever you want. They're just gonna be in denial after this fucking fight's done. I have this idea in my head. If like Munda's hands around Virgil hold the armor, swirls around him, and creates Nello.
Do you have that idea in your head, or were you just like saw a glimpse of a Visions of V panel, and you realized that's actually just canon?
I was like, he's dreaming of V. Mangler, you still here? Mangler's still here. A little surprised he's still here though. Thought I was gonna be gone or earlier than this.
I thought it was too. I
Well,
might have to push some stuff till later.
what the hell happened?
I had to look up some articles for my essay, but I actually have the basis for them. I'm gonna look for them in the morning. I'm just gonna spend 5 hours doing research.
Oh yeah, I still gotta finish my Harry Potter assignment. Completely forgot about that. Are you kidding me? He turned. Oh, that's annoying.
Also, let's keep in mind, by their logic, they believe that Madara would be able to beat Tozen, a guy that when he activates his Bankai, it robs you of your sight, hearing, smell, and your ability to sense spirit energy. So he would be completely and totally blind.
Didn't you say you'd have to go? Oh yeah, Mango was fucking setting this up like he had to fucking leave real soon afterwards. That's why we were rushing through it all.
Rushing through. We said everything that needed to be said. I will be gone in a little bit, though.
I'll
Can't
say.
stay here for much longer.
Don't worry, guys. He'll be departing at some point.
Probably in 10 minutes.
See, the reasonable time frame.
Yeah, wait, by their logic, he'd be able to beat Mayuri. Like, what? They probably say, like, oh yeah, he's Madara, so he'd be resistant to all poisons or something. Some stupid shit. And then Mayuri would just be like, well, that's kind of funny, because some Quincy said the same thing to me after he made contact with my poisons. He said he would have developed antibodies, and then I laughed at him, as he was still affected by my poison the second time around, because I alter it and modify it every time I go into battle. So that's hilarious. That's a funny joke.
Sam, how much stronger is God of War Zeus than God of War Kronos? Not sure. I mean, technically, you can argue Kronos was stronger, since apparently, like, it's not even fully clear, like, how the gods actually won the war.
It actually is fully clear. The
Oh,
Sisters
no.
of Fate manipulated the Titans so that they could win. They literally nerfed them for plot reasons. Maybe I did see it. Well, no, you definitely did see it, because that's exactly how it happens in the Visions of VC.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Can't wait to see what Vegeta's Ultra Ego form is capable of. Yeah. Me too, I guess.
Are you kidding? Oh my goodness, a Nopifier, are you serious? Alright, hang on. What? Nope, I gotta block him. That's annoying as hell. Nope, I gotta block him. That's annoying as hell. Nope, I gotta block him. Oh, hang on. I can close that off.
Oh yes, the stream has ended.
Yes.
Well, the Discord stream. The hashtag real stream has just begun. Yeah, by their logic, he could beat Kenpachi. Dude's literally a taijutsu machine-like guy, and Mayuri creates so many ideas out there. He'd have some mad one on. Yeah, but by their logic, they'd be able to beat fucking like every scientist in Bleach. What? Wait, so how would Madara use his eyes if he made contact with Warark Mayuri, and Warark Mayuri hit him with his modified version of Azisoki Jizo, which literally eats and controls nerves? Like, how would you use your Sharingan after someone has access to your nervous system after that point? And we don't even need to include characters like Yuha or the Prime Soul King. Like, we could just go through certain captains. Hoshiro's ice in the War Arc can freeze anything it freezes and comes into contact with, ceases all the functions of its powers. Zero Squad, Ichibei can literally just conceptually manipulate your name and just take away your powers, make you whatever he names you to be. Nikinama has like a sword that doesn't have like a proper edge, so and it doesn't have like a proper soul-based property, so like when it hits you, it just kills you in one shot. It's literally a one-shot kill move. I would love to find a weapon like that exists in Naruto.
Oh, come on. Okay, so we want to kill this one.
I completely missed the whole discussion about that.
Yep.
Yes, probably for the best.
I mean, to be fair, even if I was there, I probably wouldn't have had anything to really add, anyways.
It probably would have deprived you of valuable brain cells, for being completely honest.
I was too busy playing Final Fantasy 10-2, which I just beat today, so now I'm moving on to Final Fantasy 8.
Oh, that's nice.
Are you marathoning all the Final Fantasy games?
No, I'm just playing random ones, whatever I feel like. The reason I'm playing 8 is because I haven't played that in a minute, and I'm like, maybe it's a lot better than what I remembered. Which, to be fair, I already liked 8 as it is. I'm just wondering if it was better than what I think it is.
It's not even going by Yuhan. It's party of weird white gentlemen composed by a child with imagination, a trap that creates zombies, and a Mexican luchador. Yeah, we can't really talk about like the variety of like we can't talk about Madara's variety of his powers and then compare them to like the Stern Ritter. It's just not comparable.
How strong is
Not your
Ron
missiles.
I'm not too familiar. I don't scale Bleach.
Not town level. That's for certain. My problem is that even if you argue that Aizen is like, or Yamamoto is like more powerful than some of these characters by comparison, they could only be like a couple folds stronger than them due to the difference we know between like the captains and the various Bankai multipliers. It's not like millions or billions of times. It's like hundreds to maybe like thousands at worst. So if you scale Aizen or someone to planetary, then yeah, she'd be like moon level. Somewhere below that. Or just planetary. Just lower into planetary than he would. He'd just be above baseline.
Oh, okay. I see how it works then.
Oh yeah, how would Madara beat Grimmy? That'd be interesting. Like Grimmy summons like I don't know, like Grimmy literally sends him into outer space where he just chokes to death in a vacuum and then just keeps it open like that or expands the vacuum and then seals the vacuum around like I don't know, a space made of like nothingness or like a space that absorbs chakra. Like what would he even do?
Does Madara need to breathe in his fucking zombie form?
He could just. Oh, actually, wait, no. He could just give him like internal organs, or he could bring him back to life. You realize like Grimmy has the visionary. He has the ability for anything within his imagination to become reality. So he could just bring Madara back to life, or just give him actual organs that he can breathe through.
Ah,
Or he could just copy the truth-seeking orbs that he has and just destroy his body with them. Could people in Bleach just seal Madara? Yeah, absolutely. They have plenty of sealing capabilities in Naruto, in Bleach as well. They can also just destroy your soul. Or attack your soul.
here we have friendly reminder debating characters isn't an exact science. A lot comes down to interpretation of how powers, instances, immunities, etc. work. While I personally don't think Madara could break through Aizen's illusions, that's just my interpretation, and I can accept that Bao got a different interpretation. Honestly, it's fine. So, okay, but like even by their own fucking actual reasoning, it was still shit though. Like, why is that one being like forgiven?
That's kind of the problem, is that, like our issue is with like what's presented for the evidence. It also misses like a lot of context. Also, let's kind of point out something like really funny there. They said that like, oh, he has the ability to like nullify spiritual pressure abilities. And then they mentioned later that chakra and spiritual pressure are really similar, but Aizen in his Hogyoku abilities was never able to completely nullify like other versions of Madara's powers. They just completely skipped out on that massive hole in their argument.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird. Did Kishimoto even throw the idea once in the War Arc where Ten was running around with the weird giant jars of Nine-Tailed birds to seal Madara? What the fuck?
Yeah, they worked. They were used to seal Genkaku and Kinkaku, and they were extremely successful. Like literally, the way that they beat the reanimations in the war is by sealing them. So sealing is extremely effective against against Naruto characters. The only reason it didn't work against Madara is because Madara literally has like a physical or like an ethereal like avatar that he can summon that has like weight and mass to it that basically blows everything up like an AoE attack. So trying to seal him usually doesn't work out because he could just destroy the entire area, including whatever the seal's on.
I see. Whatever the fuck that means.
Thought you were gonna say that's cool, but what about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
I'm afraid I've become a little too predictable. Good thing I fixed that problem.
You always throw that one my way, and that I'm never seeing it. It always bothers me.
Yeah, no, I'm not too familiar with how Bleach. Oh, actually, no, that's actually really good for me. Let's go ahead and just.
Bleach really is Diet DMC. Not really, but it has a lot of similar like powers that are Diet versions. Like certain characters, you could argue have like a really good power set. If their basic physiology was just upgraded, they would be quite broken. The thing that limits Bleach from being able to compete with like other higher tiers is just like higher speed scaling, AP. The main thing is just physiology. A lot of the Soul Reapers basically have like physical bodies that require sustenance. They don't have self-sustaining biology, so they can't breathe in a vacuum or underwater. So they would just kind of get destroyed in most environments. They're not very adaptable to their environments, but luckily, again, the series doesn't really like expand to those capacities. The only time that question is ever entertained in its notions is during the Grimmy fight. But again, that guy is literally the exception to the rule because he just uses his imagination as a weapon and makes it reality.
Ah, it's annoying as hell.
May I recommend a verse called Lord Kuei Ying?
Oh, come on!
I mean, technically you already did, but sure. Does anyone have any questions before I go?
The record
Questions
art.
at the fight?
I think we kind of already covered almost all of it. I'll probably be getting off in a few minutes too, so I can take care of my essay off stream.
I want to see guard fight? That is a statement, not a question. But okay.
I take it that it's finals week for you, Zim.
Yep.
Same. Good.
Almost free
Yep.
for a nightmare. Am I right, am I right, fellas? Almost free.
Almost. One can dream.
American Dreams were right there for us, boys.
Yes, what was the one you were betting on in the fight? So, here's the thing. By all evidence presented, Aizen should be winning. However, I knew they were going to let Madara win. Because they, again, like, between, like, Naruto and Bleach, Naruto spoon feeds you a lot more on its, like, scaling. It's way more obvious with it, whereas Bleach really isn't. Although Bleach's hacks are way better explained than Naruto's are. That was my problem with their reasoning, was that they basically said no matter which way you measure them, they're more or less comparable or roughly equal, especially in speed. So what it came down to was their abilities. I'm like, well, then Bleach should win, like, hands down. Because Bleach's abilities are not only way better explained, they're extremely unique because of the fact that all the powers of the Zanpakutos, the various hollow forms, like the Resurrections, and the Shrifts, are extremely specific to the individuals that they're based around. Even the Shrifts, which come from like Yuha and the original Soul King, which aren't even originally the powers of the Schutzstaffel, form in the various characters that are related, like their powers that are literally related to their design and their personality. So they're extremely consistent with the character being portrayed anyway. Compare that to like, oh, I exist in a verse where like we all have a generic like mana pool of like 5 different elemental things. And there are some bloodline abilities that are cool here and there. but they're actually pretty exceedingly rare. As opposed to Bleach, where every single Zanpakuto that has a sentient sword spirit can have like unique powers and abilities. It's not a comparable comparison. Just the sheer volume of differences is too large.
Very large combo difference. You hear that? Oh, come on!
In that case, how would you imagine Aizen would make the win? Like, he would be his weighted slap mod, or any number of his Kitos. His binding Kitos could seal the win. Kyoga Suigetsu would take control of his senses, rendering the Sharingan useless, as it would take control of his mind rather than attempting to project an illusion into his mind. It would just blatantly control like his parameters to even notice what's going on. Any one of his attacks would directly hit the soul, and would result in like lethal blows. Also, between the two of them, Aizen is realistically the only person who could transform on the fly. That is not at all lore accurate. I know they did that for entertainment purposes, so that kind of... Well, actually, no, that doesn't even make any sense. They could have just spawned the Ten Tails in there randomly and then had... Well, I mean, I know that wouldn't have made that much sense, but, like, it would have at least been lore accurate for the Ten Tails to just be kind of, like, sitting there chilling, and then Madara just goes over there and just absorbs it. But yeah, that's not what happens. Like, Madara does not just transform into the Ten Tails Jinchuriki when he's, like, in a disadvantage.
Are you sure about that? He just did Death Battle.
Hello, DMC1 Mundus versus Gerdu and Vigor Ninja Gaiden. I don't scale Ninja Gaiden. Yet.
I'll have to wait till we like we actually get through a little more detail before I leave a comment on that. Hang on.
I scale Ninja Gaiden, but I'd just rather not comment.
You scale Ninja Gaiden? Is that what you claim? Let me just turn all the way so I can look condescendingly in Neo's direction. Neo, what side of the state are you on? You're on the east side, right? Alright, so I look in this direction. And anyways, while those lies of the Jedi are being spouted around, yeah, no, so, again, like, after we're done with the DMC video, which unfortunately is taking longer than a lot of us would have liked, what are you waiting on before answering them? We're revisiting Ninja Gaiden to make sure, because, like we do have a guy who provides Ninja Gaiden scans for us, and I know that they're in the same tier directly, but I do think that technically Pluto probably gets wrecked, but Mundus has, like, more powers than fucking Vigor does, for sure.
You're being the only Gintama scaler. Don't know what the hell that is.
It's a gag manga.
I did not know what Gintama is.
I've heard of it. Well, I've heard of the name. I don't know anything about it.
I'm sorry your brain cells were forced to, like, learn about Gintama.
Hey, fuck you.
Do you know how powerful Master Chief is?
Vaguely. Hang on. Let me quote Sim for this. Massively superhuman.
Motherfucker.
That was still the greatest line I've ever seen. Like, how powerful is Virgil? We still know him to be massively superhuman.
It's all correct.
You don't say.
It's all correct, motherfuckers. No one appreciates everything I go through. Feels bad.
Hey, it wasn't technically wrong.
I'll murder you.
Although, actually, speaking of Ninja Gaiden, I need to go. I already know that Reggie is posting scans for and all that stuff, but I still need to go back. Because it's been a while since I've last played this series.
You plan to go through it, do you?
Eventually, someday.
Are you prepared to die on that hill, Neo?
Right.
Bro, when did you just start randomly hitting Ninja Gaiden out of nowhere?
No, I like Ninja Gaiden, but where do you scale it, Neo? Where do
Like-
you? What hill do you want to die on, Matador?
Well, if you're arguing any higher than 2C, I'm not seeing it.
I'll allow it. Hang on, Semi Gag. It's a good comedy story. I mean, I've heard things about it. I just never really cared to learn about it. Oh fuck! That's right. She starts us off at 10. Shit.
I gotta go.
All right, there's man.
What the fuck? What are with these new notification sounds? They're so weird.
For reals. Crazy ass fuckers out there. Alright, guaranteed stun. A little weird, but okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Are we allowed to talk about the new death battle that's coming?
Dude, oh wait, the Saitama versus other one? Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Saitama versus Popeye. I actually do like I like this matchup. Among the like matchups you could have for Saitama, this is the one that I think thematically could probably work. I mean, it would work more so than it would with Superman or like Goku. But,
Oh, really? I was present now. I thought you were gonna say you didn't like it.
No. Actually, no. I just said that I like Popeye versus Saitama. I think it's probably one of the more better matches for Saitama. Like, I think Popeye would win pretty easily, but that's not exactly the point, though.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I don't think any of us here are doubting who's gonna win this fight.
Although to be fair, we may think Popeye's gonna win, but like, who knows what Death Battle pulls? So who knows?
Death Battle's gonna have to pull out some massive shenanigans if they're gonna fucking say that Popeye wins or Popeye loses. Are you kidding me? Ah, son of a bitch. Oh, that's annoying.
But no, overall, I think it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting matchup, and I'm more so curious on how they're actually gonna interact. Per se, but I don't know. I'm actually just really, for some inexplicable reason, I'm just actually really interested in this, but more so surprised that they actually use Saitama.
You're surprised they actually went the full route because most of us were probably assuming they never would actually touch that with the 10-foot pole.
Well, at least not yet, but it's like I was assuming that they were going to wait till like One Punch Man was like really far into like its story. Like we already know it's like pretty decently far into the story, but I was like till where it's towards its end almost.
Would have made more sense.
To be fair, I don't know. I'm just actually really curious on what they're gonna pull out for Saitama, because like Popeye already has like a lot of absurd shit just for being a cartoon character, but like
I've heard people claim Popeye is like 9D. Is that true or no?
you can argue it, but I really do not agree with that. The fact that you can actually make a case for that actually kind of makes me sad, but I don't agree with it personally, but because like no, surprisingly, Popeye actually has like a lot of higher dimension related shenanigans, for some weird reason. I don't know why, but it just does. Although, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think 90 Popeye or whatever makes sense, even though technically you could actually make a genuine case for that. I just don't agree with it personally because it just doesn't make consistent sense. You have to keep in mind that there's another character called Eugene the Jeep, a fourth dimensional being who consistently is portrayed as superior to Popeye. So like, there's that. Also, yes, Popeye also has fourth dimensional being.
Oh, come on! Fuck!
Popeye is similar to Ariel in AP speed. Well, Popeye is superior to her by a lot. Let's put it that way.
Hagrid should be at least planet
Also,
level. He's a little higher than planet level, man.
The early reviews are out for Halo Infinite's campaign, and let's just say people are really fucking liking it.
Oh my goodness, it fucking.
I'm personally would just rather wait before I say anything about it. Well, doesn't mean if I ever get a Xbox to get it.
Alright. Fucking karma, fucking bitch ass. No wonder your people are being fucking slaughtered. Deserve their fucking genocide. Anyways,
What?
at any rate, so with that said, gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here since like I do have other work to take care of and stuff. Oh, Neil, you're talking about the Eisen. Yeah, I'm just curious to see what Seth and the other guys are gonna say since they're more involved with those series than I am. It's gonna be a very interesting turn of events there. See what's gonna happen there. Well, yeah. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day, and I'll see you guys on the next streamer video. Take care.